Yo, my brothers, my sisters, and my ballers. Welcome back to another match day of What's Football Without Fans with your favorite social football analyst, Tsepiso Pizzi, aka Tsebzoro. The quarterfinals are upon us in this World Cup. We saw what's happened in the last 16. Let's spit on the quarterfinals. But before I get there, to the ballers passing by, I hope you like what you see, because I surely like what I do. And make sure to join the returning ballers who continue to show me gang love and appreciation by liking, commenting, as well as to subscribe. So my ballers, I've got guests with me. For the quarterfinal preview. Let me introduce my ballers. Mangoba, how are you, my king?
Yeah, what up, You good, fam?
Always.
Yeah, what's up? My name is Mangoba, aka known as Mango.
Always. And then my brother, Tisang.
Yo, what's up, man? I don't have an intro, bro. I didn't prepare anything. But yeah, I'm Disang, bro. Yeah, I watch football, bro. I'm here.
Clean. So, just out of the works, I want to hear from you, my ballers. What's been your biggest shock of the World Cup so far?
Saudi Arabia, bro.
Yo.
Saudi Arabia, Argentina. Guys, you can't tell me you saw that coming.
No one.
Can't tell.
No one.
36 games, guys.
Nah.
And then it ends with Saudi Arabia. Nah.
Madness. That's the World Cup. Your side?
Biggest upset so far. Has to be that Ghana game.
Which one? Versus Uruguay? Okay.
I actually wanted, because of the last time, I did, it's time for payback now. And then Suarez comes and he says, Mazza on us. That's tough, but...
It was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we had to take it. But then again, we're celebrating again with seeing South Korea score in the last minute. Okay, let's step into the quarterfinals. First game I want to speak about is with the recent teams that have qualified. Portugal versus Morocco. Did y'all see that result coming against Spain?
Oh.
No, I'm not going to lie to you, no. As much as I support African teams, that was a surprise for me, bro. And Morocco as a team, I think definitely one of Africa's best teams.
Yeah.
So I'm not too surprised by the result, but I didn't see it coming.
Sure. Yourself?
You see, I understand that the whole thing of it's Spain, it's a big country, but then guys, Morocco's been doing well.
100%.
As they say, guys, for you, like, attacking football wins games, but for you to win titles, you have to play defensive.
Sure.
It's only one way. Morocco did a defensive masterclass.
Now, it was a typical knockout performance, you know.
They understood the assignment.
100%.
Like, we're not going to go out there and beat these guys 3-0. But let's hold them off, and then we're going to sucker punch them. Sucker punch.
Penalties.
Let's go to the next
Bono. Hey, pulling off the saves. Thinking he's U2's lead singer. Bono. Yeah, but we never saw that one coming. I don't think we saw CR7 being benched and for Ramos to score a hat-trick.
Oh.
It depends on where you're from. I think if you're a Portuguese football supporter, you will know Ramos at Benfica.
Definitely.
So I think him getting at least 2 goals isn't a surprise for anybody that supports Benfica. But a hat-trick is impressive. I think he's the youngest in 60 years now.
Sure. And the thing is that it was also his first start for Portugal. Like, he's had appearances, but it was his first start. So it was a shocking thing to score hat-trick on your first start. And that first goal, that golazo at the near post.
That's quality.
A quality goal, my man.
So it's such a performance, right?
Sure.
You did immaculate. Hypothetically, now Portugal goes to the final.
What?
Let's say Portugal goes to the final.
Okay.
Does he start?
In the final?
You think he starts?
You know what, ne? Through momentum-wise, if they're able to get... So, thought space, I'm thinking he's starting this Saturday against Morocco. Ne? With momentum being built, you'd probably also have him lead the line against either France or England, who we'll speak about. But when we get to the final, it's a big call.
Yeah.
Especially if he's facing the Joga Bonito boys, the Seleção from that side. Or even Arsenal. I mean, not Arsenal. Argentina. Does he lead the line? We'll dive into that later. And then What do you see Morocco bringing in this game, different from what they showed against Spain? How do you see Amrabat and Onahi doing?
I think it's the same strategy where they try to tighten up as they did against Spain. I think against Spain it's easier to push the ball outwards and not allowing them to play through the centre. But now when you can have play building up from all sides of the pitch with Portugal, it's quite difficult to see how they decide to line up defensively against them. But
Sure.
the strategy in terms of Amrabat and Mazraoui
Yeah.
is still going to stand, where they're going to try and get you on that sucker punch.
No, we definitely
it's
know-
definitely coming.
We
there.
definitely know
But
the back
I
five,
think
6.
you have to try and slow down the game and make it as boring as possible against Portugal.
Definitely.
There's no way around this one. If they are trying to make it through, because I mean honestly at this point everybody's surprised that
They're
Morocco is there. Guys, if we're being honest, we didn't see Morocco going this far, even in group stages. But yeah, I think maybe we're not looking close enough at Morocco,
Sure.
and
I
maybe
definitely
there is
agree.
some legitimacy towards why they are where they are.
Definitely.
Yeah, but you see, I'm gonna slap myself in the face for a second in terms of the whole defending thing.
Slap yourself. I'm
But
joking. I'm joking.
Nah, man, but you see, like a team against Portugal, Spain aren't the same Spain as 2010.
100%.
They with David Villa, Torres,
All
that team was
All
powerful.
okay.
With this team, you can get away with murder. But Portugal is not the same team. Guys.
Yeah.
I know Portugal have spent years and built this team over time.
Hey,
And they're
it's
telling
their
me
own
they're
form
going to
of
do
a
the same
golden
thing as
generation.
Spain. What?
It's their
What?
own form of a golden generation. Pella, Joao Felix pulled off a performance of the ages. You know, like he reminded us why he got bought for £125 million, you know? He pulled off a performance. Okay, with that being said, do you see this game going to penalties?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to take the same stance I took even with the Spain game. I had them going out against Spain, but I still think that this task is too big for Morocco to carry. I think there's going to be a goal possibly early on, and with them slowing down the game and not having control, Portugal are going to play how they want to play.
Yeah, now I also
Yeah.
see their biggest threat is from set pieces, in my opinion. With the balls, Hakimi can swing in. The skill off of Sofiane Boufal on the left, depending on who he's up against between Dalo and or Cancelo, which I saw as a surprise seeing Dalo starting. And with the skill that he offers, if I was Santos, I'd actually start Dalo again, you know, with it. But yeah, from my side, I also don't see it going to penalties, but absolutely anything can happen. Anything can happen. With that being said, we shift over swiftly into the next game. Argentina versus Holland. Netherlands. Oranje. The Dutchman.
The Flying Dutch.
What do you have to say about that contest, Mangoba?
That's going to be a good game.
Where's it going to be won and where's it going to be lost?
Argentina's defense, guys. Messi's going to have to pull out a... He's going to have to pull out a muzzle. You're going to need Messi
Another
2
performance
goals.
against Australia. Like that. Yo,
You see-
Messi threw it back with that performance against Australia.
Yeah, but this is not Australia.
No,
this
this is
not
Messi.
Australia.
This is Messi, fam. Like, come
This
now,
is
fam.
not
Yes.
Australia. You guys are gonna ride Messi now, but like guys, the man can only do so much, guys.
No,
the World
we
Cup.
thought that.
Okay, what I don't want to be
we-
controversial here because I knew what was going to happen the moment I say let's be real about Messi, guys. But that Oranje under Louis van Gaal, guys. Tactically, they're up there, guys.
100%.
Tactically, they are in tune, and having Virgil van Dijk at the back as well. We're going to see that contest, but guys, I'm telling you, Messi isn't going to be as loud as everybody thinks, guys.
Obviously, it's a different task facing Netherlands versus in comparison to Australia. Like you're saying, tactically, they're on it. You know, he sets them up. Even though they're an annoying team to watch. Like with the personnel that they have, you know, Netherlands can do so much more. Like a midfield of De Jong, De Roon, and Klaassen. When you have men like Berghuis who can come in, you know, and then Simmons as well, and you like feel that midfield three. Cook Miners came in the second half against at halftime against USA, and I thought, okay, something can happen here. But I was like, nothing changed. Like, they're a stubborn team, you know. Like, it's annoying watching Netherlands, to be honest. It really is annoying. Like, you already have a back three of Ake, Van Dijk, Timber. Why are you gonna field Deroon with De Jong? You know? But then they're the perfect setup for a knockout tournament, you know? They literally are the perfect setup for a knockout tournament. With Depay finally back in form, helping Gakpo. How do you see that threat to the Martinez's and the Otamendis?
Depay.
Memphis, the Lion.
I like Memphis. I like Memphis as a striker. But hey, Martinez, guys, Martinez can shift the gear. I saw it when he played under Man United.
Sure.
I saw that this boy can shift the gear.
100%.
If he wants to shift the gear in this game is determined by him. If he shifts the gear, he has that Van Dijk attitude. And it's a different game.
Yeah.
Because we saw it when that Harry Maguire nonsense got benched and then it was him and Varane. You saw him starting to play a bit more, he got comfortable, he got the confidence. Now he's walked in, he's got a strong team backing him now. And everyone around him has confidence.
Sure.
That puts him just a bit higher now. That is not the same small Nyana player. Now he's just gone a bit up. He's gonna do well.
Twice as big as the small man he is.
That's what I'm saying. As simple as that, guys. He's gonna do well. He's gonna do well.
Yeah. I see it being a close contest. How do you see it, Gizan?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a close contest. Even if we're going to talk attacking wise, Gakpo 3 games, 3 goals. That was a crazy statistic to have for that period of time.
Indirectly a perfect hat trick. First game header, second game left foot, third game right foot.
And then on top of that, you have Dumfries playing in a role that not a lot of people get to see him shine as, where he's coming in. And the delivery from Dumfries, guys, we don't speak enough about that as well. The Dutch team is really at a place where you could see them giving this Argentina team a good contest.
100%.
And there's enough potential at the back to hold down Messi. I mean, a game that forced us to be realistic about Argentina was the Saudi Arabia game, because you can't say Saudi Arabia got away with murder there based on just luck.
No.
We saw that tactically Argentina isn't in as much tune as the other big teams that we're seeing at the World Cup.
Dank is voor.
And my parents paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
If you look at Brazil, for example, where every aspect of their game is just wired. The chemistry is as if they're playing for a club. It's a bit unfair, but at the same time, we're talking about the biggest competition in South America. If we're just comparing those two, where you have Brazil and Argentina. Right now in this World Cup, they seem miles apart from each other. I do not see Brazil losing any games such as that Saudi Arabia game. I know it was an early start, they were quite shaky, but at the end of the day, guys,
Sure.
Messi was playing, it was the World Cup. We saw what we needed to see there.
The high line of Saudi Arabia outclassed Argentina with those tight offside calls.
You can tell I'm a Ronaldo stan, but I'm being real. You can ask me now.
I've also
about
let it out
Ronaldo
on the channel multiple times that I'm a Ronaldo stan as well, even though I love and respect Messi. But yes, that is my goat. With that being said, we're all seeing it as a tight contest. You've given a lot of volume to the Oranje. Who's going through?
Oranje.
It's a big call.
Yeah? Mangoba, your side?
I have to back my Messi, bro. I'm Messi all the way. This is now it's turning into the Messi show. It has to.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a choice now. Now it's a big stage. He has to show up. So I have to go Argentina.
Alright, my ballers, you heard the big call. Oranje's winning that one, according to some. In my opinion, it wouldn't be a surprise. But like you said, Argentina are favorites. They'll have most of the ball. They'll push Netherlands deeper and deeper, compress them into hoping something can open up. But yeah, that sucker punch is always on the line for Netherlands. More especially with what's helping them tactically is Gakpo has help in attack. Whereas in other scenarios with other teams that force themselves to play on the counter, the centre forward usually tends to be isolated when the ball gets to him. That's not the case with Netherlands with Gakpo, as he has Memphis close to support. with that being said, let's speak about the team with the polka dots, the diamond polka dots, if we may call it that. The old dying golden generation of Croatia versus the Seleção, the Samba boys. Joga Bonito. I'm gonna lay it out there. So a chat that I had recently with a of mine saying, here, these are one of those games, where we all seeing it one way, but if Luka Modric wants to pull out that performance, this is the type of game where you see the BMT come out. With that being said, what can he do to this unstoppable side, who were beaten by Cameroon, but we still see them as unstoppable?
Okay. I think I've actually grown up onto Brazil now. Now I'm realizing, guys, you're going to see bias come out here.
Spit it out.
If you're coming after me from the internet, guys, I'm telling you now, I am biased. Don't get it twisted. That was the second team, guys. If we're being real, Brazil has 2 teams that can play in the World Cup, guys. Fully.
Bobby Firmino didn't even make it.
Firmino didn't even make it.
Chief!
That team is stacked. We saw what happens when Brazil switches on, guys. When it's time to play, nah, that's a different team, guys. That's a different team. It's a different team. And shit, guys. Croatia had their time, guys. They had their final. It came. It came and it went, guys. The generation is old now. It's a bit too much for Modric to carry, guys.
Sure.
It's a bit too much. I think here, is it an easy game for Brazil? Nah. Definitely not. You still have the likes of Brozovic out there. It's a difficult game to play in, but can Croatia carry it? No. I think in the 90 minutes it's over. I think there's no extra time. Possibly 2 goals from Brazil. Richarlison is on it, guys. Richarlison is on. For me personally, I see it ending 2-0. I'll give you a prediction right there.
Always. He said all he has to say. There's no hope for the Brozovic's, the Perisic's, Kovacic's, and that the striking force of Croatia has been lacking. Like, it's one thing that's annoying with Croatia, they haven't been bad, but they also haven't hit full gear. Kramaric, he hasn't done enough. When they bring on Budimir off the bench, it's not enough. Petkovic as well. Canada was obviously that easy game. Canada literally playing suicide football with conceding those 4 goals. Let's hear your opinion, Mangoba. What do you see coming out of this? You wearing yellow, I'm sure I know who's supporting.
Brazil. It has to be Brazil, guys. I'm sorry. But it also, it's Neymar. We saw it 2018. He choked against Belgium. He choked hard. Neymar has a pattern of choking in these moments.
I knew you were gonna come with something.
You knew it. You knew it.
Okay.
You knew I was gonna come with something, but I love Neymar, bro.
I
love that man, bro, but he has a tendency of choking, and we've seen it Champions League, we've seen it when he was there in La Liga, we're seeing it now in League A, not League 1, now World Cup.
Huh?
World Cup is going to do it again. He's going to do it again.
So are you saying this is the game where he chokes?
He's choking.
In this game?
If Neymar doesn't choke this one, and they don't step up, like your Richarlisons, your Vinny J's, the youngings, if they don't step up, it's shot. So you do not compare like Croatia and Brazil. Yeah. Croatia don't have any room to mess up, because if Modric doesn't play, the game is dead. If Neymar doesn't appear, they could get away with murder.
They really can play without Neymar.
That's why I'm saying they can get away with murder. So it's on the fence, but I'm going to have to say Brazil.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say Brazil.
I think we all see it that way. Like, in my opinion, I feel like that's the most easiest game to call, although none of them are easy, more so when it's a quarterfinal of the World Cup. Obviously, let's see if the goalkeeper will be the superhero again, as he was against Japan. We've passed that one. Now let's step into the biggest assignment, the biggest game of the quarterfinals. Is it coming home? The English, the 3 Lions, have never beaten a European team outside of Europe in over 60 years at any world tournament, world or continental. If they're beating a European team, it's at Wembley. They're not at Wembley now. They're not there. How are they going to fare against the world champions?
Guys, how do you control Mbappe?
No!
How do you control Mbappe?
No!
That's the
No,
question.
no.
No, that's honestly the question.
I've got one remedy for you guys. Kyle Walker. It has to be Kyle Walker. That's the only way. Kyle, no.
Give it to us. Give it to us. Give it to
Realistically
us.
speaking, who else would be able to stop Kyle Walker? If he goes against our Luke Shaw, they're running past him. Then he's gonna hurt himself again as per normal. That right hand side, Trent. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I hear you saying Kyle Walker, but I don't think you understand. Like the box of tricks Mbappe now has.
No, but you see, Mbappe is a great player. I'll never take that away from him.
Yeah.
But one thing that's gonna hurt Mbappe. Last time he got away with it, 2018, because he had the likes of Pogba behind him. So if he messed up, there wasn't.
There's a Kante.
There's a Kante.
Matuidi.
You see, there's no Kante now. There's no Kante to sweep up when you mess up. And one simple thing, bro, is experience. Wasn't Shang experience.
But he's got it.
Hurt him.
My man.
He's got it.
There's, oh
He's got a World
no, wait, listen.
Full stop.
There's experience in terms of, like, let me ask you, he's got a World Cup, but do you back Mbappe to carry a team?
Yes.
What?
It
Yes.
feels like it now. Today.
Not a
Honestly, it
chance.
feels like it, bro.
Not a chance.
Yes.
guys.
How
You
many
don't
assists?
tell
2
me this
assists
guy
and he's a
is
leading goal
Zidane.
scorer at the World Cup. Okay.
You guys are treating this
not,
kid like he's Zidane, but he
he's-
just started drinking last week.
He's not.
Yo,
Relax.
Hey, you can see people in that December spirit. Eh? Look, he's not a Zidane, but bro, he's literally lifted France. He's the man. He's the man. Against Denmark, it was him. Against Poland, it was him.
And we
He's
brought
the man.
Controversy today, my man. You see, I said the Orania and taking it to saying Mbappe is not
France.
carrying, dude.
No.
Wait.
You see,
Nah,
Mbappe, now he has to carry. Because there's,
Yeah.
behind him, there's not the same stability there was in the last World Cup.
There I agree with
It's not the same stability.
There I agree with
Now,
you.
if he messes up, there's Abu Raheem Sterling, boy.
We're not disputing whether or not he
God.
has to carry. We're just saying he is carrying. Like, he's doing the job.
Konamanji, he's
Konamanji.
doing the job.
Oh yeah, no. Right now he's doing the job.
But
Man.
you want this boy to choke now.
Man, me deep down there.
It's personal.
I knew it was
Yeah.
personal.
No,
It's personal. So you're following the Bellinghams, the Sakas, Bukayo Saka. How I love Bukayo Saka.
no, guys, it has to come home, please. It's about time it comes home.
Lord,
guys.
have mercy.
It's about time it comes, guys. England have been, guys. I'm not too sure if you remember, guys. That year with Frank Lampard, Stevie J, the 2010 World Cup, guys.
Wayne Rooney.
Yo, guys, they hurt themselves, guys. It has to come home now. This is the chance. They'll have another chance in the future when Mason Mount and them, Abu Foden are much older, more mature. They'll get another chance. But this, for Abu Harry Kane and whatnot, this is their window. This is one of the few windows.
Harry Kane needs something, bro. So I think he might be banking on this right now because Tottenham aren't winning anything anytime soon. Bro.
Yeah.
So the World Cup is very real for Harry Kane. I hear you about coming home.
It's that thing of
Yeah.
they feel like they need it more, bro. France have nothing to lose. France won it last year. It'll be a thing of do not. And I know football fans, Kante was injured. It wasn't the strongest France. People will bring their chat. But guys, if we're being honest, England wanted. England wanted. England
Okay,
just simply
I've
wanted.
heard your chat. Kisang, the floor is yours.
Oh, France are taking it, bro.
Whoa.
It's gonna be a long game. It's
Winning
gonna
the
be a-
game or taking the World Cup?
No,
Okay.
winning the game.
Okay,
Well,
okay, yeah.
That's
My
a
question
whole
was
different
also
chat.
dizzy,
Yeah,
always.
it's a whole different chat. Now they're taking this game. It's gonna be a long game, but I just don't see England having this one against Mbappe, dude. I don't think Gareth Southgate will come up with a plan to keep that man down.
You know what's
There's
my
a
chat
lot.
with it, ne?
There's a lot of things that they still need to do there.
My chat with it is that it's one of those where if England is to win, it's gonna come off of individual moments. You know, Gareth Southgate won't have a tactical plan to outsmart France or Didier Deschamps. Not saying Didier Deschamps is on another level, no, but he won't have a plan to outclass them. You know, there's threats in that English team. Jude Bellingham is on. Jude the genius. You know, Bukayo Saka is coming in with heat. I think Foden's going to be starting on the left. It's going to be a contest between him and Koundé. There's multiple contests around the pitch. They've got many threats. And they've also got a bench which I feel benefits them more against France, who, in my opinion, don't have a bench. Only thing that France has, not necessarily the only thing, but what France has over England is the pedigree for games and moments like these off of history. You know, if Giroud wants to pop up, he can. If Dembele wants to rip Shaw apart, he can. I feel like Griezmann has been the unsung hero for France at this World Cup. He's been clean this World Cup, and there's not much volume around him. There's a lot that can still be done for France. As you know, that's my team, and that's the only prediction that I'm giving you, saying France is going through. With that being
What's
said,
the score with France?
France, 2-1 victory. They always concede, they will concede. 2-1 victory after extra time. That time it contradicts what I've said because they don't have a bench.
It's a long game. It's a long game.
But anyways, my ballers, that's how we end off today's match day. I hope you enjoyed the quarterfinal preview. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell another baller to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Big shout out to my special guests, Disang, as well as Mangoba. You heard their pointers. You heard who they're supporting.
If Aranya go through, guys, I'm coming back here and I want the respect. I want the respect.
You'll put it for him in the comments, eh? But until next time, my ballers, live long.